So this is my game called LAIN, and you can see we have our start screen here with our main character Willow and play and a quit button. So let's get into it. So this is the first level. This is the bedroom, and there's a little bit of platforming here, jumping back onto this door, getting up to the top one, pressing E to get the key, jumping back down, interact with the door to get into this second room here. And these chairs are set to move on the X and the Y axis, so you can push them forward and backwards. And you'll realize that you need to get the hammer up here, so you'll just have to push the chairs back to back. And you'll notice that Willow actually has tank controls. This is just because of the static cameras. It was just easier to do. And then you'll come back here and press E on this window, break it, go outside. But you'll notice that Willow has tank controls, and that's just because of the static cameras. It was easier to just implement tank controls rather than have it the controls be wonky, like based on where the camera was placed. So, and then we'll interact with our first ghost, which is Oliver, and you'll see kind of how this progresses, but it's kind of a visual novel style, just little fun collectible to give you a little break from the platform. So we have Oliver saying, "Hey Wills, how are you doing today?" And Willow says, "I'm okay. I hate being in this house again though. It's so stifling. Like every time I look away, the walls get a little closer." Why? Because I don't want to talk about it actually, not with you. Come on, let me hear it. That's what best friends are for after all. No, I don't. It would just upset both of us. I'd rather do something else. Okay. You want to listen to the song I found instead? Yeah, that would be nice. Thanks, Ollie. Of course, I've got you. Always. Always. And then you can just press escape, and that goes away and gets you back into the game. You can see up in the left corner a little ghost ×1 UI thing has appeared, and you can... Oh, got distracted by my own talking there. But, that the song in the background has changed to reflect the conversation they had about Oliver saying he would play a song for Willow. And so you can just jump. There's 3 little platforms basically, and you just jump when the hole in the gear comes around, and this teleports you to a new area, and you can just fall down those stairs basically here, and you'll lead into this room on the right. And there's another ghost here, this is Matthew, Willow's brother, and he says, "Willow, Matthew, you don't look too hot." Says you, but yeah, I haven't been sleeping much. Oliver bothering you again? Not bothering, but yeah, thought so. I could hear you this morning. Your door was open. You really scare me sometimes, Will. You need to look after yourself a little better. I don't know why you keep putting up with him. He's hurting you. It's our fault we're in this anyway. I deserve it. Don't say that. It's not on either of us. We did everything we could at the time, and it wasn't enough. That's it. It's done. You can't bring him back. How can you say that? How can you not even try? Listen, Willow, you're not the only one that misses Oliver. You're just the only one stupid enough to keep chasing. Fuck you. Will, let him rest in peace. Ghosts only get worse the longer they stay in our realm. You know that. Shut up. There's a way. I know there is. I need more time. Willow. Goodbye, Matthew. Wait. What is it? Let me help you at least. There. The light should be on now. Thanks, I guess. You're not alone in this. And now the song changes back to the normal song before the conversation with Oliver. And this light out here turns on, so it's a little bit easier to see these platforms going across. almost missed that. And then you just go out here, and you can see it's a little tunnel area, and there's another ghost. And this is kind of just Willow talking to herself. Please, just give me my best friend back. I can't keep running myself dry looking for you, the real you, I mean, but I will. I'm strong. Doesn't matter how much it hurts now, because it will be worth it when I cross over and see you standing there, dressed in all white and glowing like the angel you are. Well, plain all white. You hate light colors. Purple, maybe. I still have your gloves, you know. I'm keeping them warm for when you come back. I wish it were me instead. And you can notice that there's 5 ghosts in total, counting the end screen one. And it's kind of modeled after like the 5 stages of grief. And these platforms here are just simple interpolation, moving up and down, and then that brings you to over here. And if you step on this, it starts the fast music, and a little timer pops up there. And this brings us to our 4th ghost, which does pause the timer, because it pauses the game. Oliver, I'm hungry. Oh, it's this year. And cold. I'm always cold now. Why do I feel so heavy? I'm sorry. I'd kill whoever did this to me, really. My hands shake with it, the craving to make someone feel like me. To punch a hole all the way through their chest, walls caving in and blood spattering out like puffs of broken plaster. I know. You try. Do you like the bruises because you want the punishment? Or because they remind you that I am still here, human or not? Please stop. I didn't mean to. That doesn't matter. I'm sorry. I can't get off the floor. You have to. I'm still hungry and I can't eat apologies. And then more just moving platforms. And you can see those are all portraits of the characters that we've talked to so far, being Willow, Matthew, and Oliver on the right. And this is another checkpoint right here, so if you fall off here, you'll respawn here, not all the way at the beginning, which is good because I always fall right there. And these 2 objects are just spinning on different axes. I think the chair is spinning on X and Y, and the table's just spinning on Y, or spinning on X. And this one is just a moving platform that moves when you jump on it, and that getting across that stage took a lot longer than it needed to, but then you just walk up to this door and press E. No matter how much runner's tape I put on, or how many times I practiced the marathon, I can't run from what happened, from what I did, from what we did. Hunting ghosts is dangerous, and Oliver knew that. He joined us anyway. We could have been more careful, triple-checked our equipment, but we didn't. And now we have to live with that. But forgetting would be worse than remembering, even if the latter is more painful. I'll always love you, Oliver, and I'll never stop looking, but I need to focus on other parts of my life too. Goodbye, friends. And then that brings you to this end screen here, and your score is based out of 5 stars, and it's based on how many ghosts you collected and how long it took you to beat the final level, basically. With the purple lighting at the end there. So yeah, that's my game.